We got ourselves first up on team one. We got Tanios, and it's going to be first up Watched Up, going up as a Demonology Warlock versus Copyfin. Copy is an enhancement already rolling in. I was just trying to see where Copyfin was. Stun coming out from Watched Up, getting himself a second pet with a Vilephin up and running. Needs a time to follow up that combo. More to go into Copyfin. Does get a stun onto Watched Up. Does he get a chance to stop the Tyrant? Does break out of the fear with the Tremor, interrupt the Tyrant, and Watched Up is a limited time. Needs to get that Tyrant up and running. Copyfin is gonna have to try to see if he can face off against the demons. It looks like one of the Fel guards actually disappeared, so it's gonna be Tyrant actually getting a cast in between the corner. Wait, is that Tyrant actually just casting through the wall? That Tyrant is hitting a grounding totem, and now he's just blasted Copy. He was getting a couple of those casts in the grounding totem through the wall though, which was pretty weird. Copy with that bent there, trying to go for big storm strikes. Watched Up does go for the extra health with Battle Master Trick and Fear, while Wall covers his cast, and Copy is feared all the way to Guam, as Watched Up is actually trying to get himself more pets up and running. Does get interrupted on a Vilephin, which is actually a fire cast. If you get interrupted on a Vilephin, you're actually locked out on fire rather than shadow, so you're able to follow up with the fear afterwards. So it's actually a good spell to bait a lot of casts off. Copy does have Maelstrom though. As an enhancement, Shaman should be a-okay on the self-healing side of the game. Watched Up continues to bombard him and keep him some company behind the pillar with all those pets. As Watched Up jumps down, probably wants to go for another port. Try to kite Copyfin out as best he can. Actually goes for the gateway, not even a portal. Does still have a portal towards the corner of those pillars of that bridge, with a big old ogre sitting atop of this top of his stone. Is gonna go for that port. Copy so far has had Watched Up on the ropes. It looks like Watched Up is slowly but surely running out of cooldowns in order to deal with Copy. But looks like that Mortal and the Fear is going to give him that little bit of a breather break with a stun right after. Locking down Copy for a second. Does have quite a few pets in there. Is going to get interrupted on the summoned pet. But Shadow Flame damage from Henry Gul'dan is still going to be good. Jumping down. Has Reflect for Copy. Might not be able to subdue my turn just yet. It's going to be a stun to Copy with another Felguard on top of it. Lots of damage for Copy. Needs the Maelstrom. Is going to go for the wall. Maelstrom is going to use here. That is going to be the Tyrant actually slapping the Greater Earth Elemental. Actually just soaking up all that damage from all those pets. Actually perfect for him as Watched Up trying to buy himself a little bit of time before the port and gateway are back up. Is going to be Thunder for Copy. Interrupt him on Shadow. Looks like Watched Up is going to go down. That Earth Elemental came in and swung the duel into Copyfin's direction. He took a whole aggro of that Tyrant as well as all those pets that Copy just didn't have to worry about at all. Grounded Totem coming down from Copy a little bit. No, actually, wasn't that Grounded Totem? Was Sammy hitting the Elemental, I guess? It looked like he was hitting something behind Copy, which I thought was a Grounding Totem. Grounding Totem was used just there just now. And that's going to be Sammy still with Combustion. Copy does need to remove it. It is, I think, trying to purge it. Does finally land it. And it's going to be an interrupt on the Fire Damies from Sammy. You know what name Sammy makes you think of? You know that one video of a dude in the car? And you know how when you're doing like off-road races, you have a guy like telling you where to go? It makes you think of that video. Turn left, Sammy. Sammy, turn left. Big damage on the Sammy, though. Sammy is going to have to go for an ice block, as he's trying to brace himself for the impact. Is it not Sammy? I thought it was Sammy. Sammy, you have to listen to my calls, Sammy. Is it not Sammy? For some reason, I think of the name as Sammy. Is it just me? Big old breath onto Copy. Does have a way to break out of that Nova. Shifting power available for Sammy, but does get interrupted on it. Interrupting a Fire Mage on a nature cast is a weird interrupt, but it can be big because that's cooldown reduction for the mage. It's going to be Warlock House used for Sammy. Make sure to grab that from the Warlock. Has 3 charges of it. As Copy does get himself a little bit of a haze ball. Try to purge those shields. Probably the best class for this. And that's going to be Sammy with the Altar Time. Trying to see if he might be able to get away. The Altar Time does get purged and the Seed Pod comes out. Copyfin trying to see if he can take it out right now. Is going to be able to remove it. Enhancement Shaman doesn't always have the big burst damage. Even sometimes enough to like get through the seed. But he just kept going at it. Just making sure he had plenty of damage. Sinking in those lightning bolts in. Elemental Shaman sometimes, Enhancement sometimes don't even want a lightning bolt. Because it's just like, is it worth the damage? Healing yourself with Maelstrom, big heal. The lightning bolt damage, somewhat okay. Titania's gonna be up next. Try to see if we can get some bleeds up and running onto Copy. Gonna be Ghost Wolves up and running. So Copy, as long as he has the mana, which he does, Maelstrom from the Wolves is gonna give him plenty of opportunity to get back up on the heels. That's gonna be actually an interrupt by Copy at the last second. Did not shrink it for this. And that was a Convoke for Titania's that kind of whiffed it. It looked like maybe the Convoke targeted the Ghost Wolves or did a lot more self-healing for Titania's and maybe towards the tail end. It was gonna go for big bites onto Copy. Big old juke for Titania's does get away from the Shaman for a second, as long as he doesn't have a flame shock, which he does, and does get interrupted on a regrowth. I was gonna say, as long as he doesn't have a flame shock, he should be able to catch a reset, but Copy is trying to deny him. Welcoming up for Titania's, hibernate onto Copy, which technically will work if you are in Ghost Wolf form. Maimed by Titania's, have himself Fell Frenzy set up for Copy. Back-to-back bites, but the Maelstrom healing just keeping him alive. Is just gonna try to sweep the thorns out of the way, dude. Just kind of moving them away like dirt, sweeping them away like bushes to the side so the Copy can see the yellow brick road. Cyclone trying to come out. Copyfin does drop down the ground shoulder for Titania's. Get sundered on his leap. Can't go anywhere. Actually might be in a terrible spot right now. Unless he has something, he doesn't have anything. That's going to be a full seed. And Copy's just rampaging through the whole team one. We got still on the team Wipe It. We got ourselves... What is his name? Oh, he's up next. Archi Violet. Viatel? Archi Violetel. Archi. Is it the Archi Orc and the Shaman? I wouldn't be surprised if this was Archi Orc and the Shaman. It looks like it is going to be Ventus Sham versus Ventus Sham. Is Copy bailing out of the Ghost Wolves are during the fight. Copyfin will not have Ghost Wolves for a little bit. Does still hold on to Ascendance, as Archi did pop Ascendance of his own. I don't know if this is Archi Mage. Archi Orc, it could be a similar guy. Ascendance for Ascendance. Archi does have the wall, the Copy does not. Does he have the Maelstrom to heal? He does have Maelstrom for now. Needs more Maelstrom. Does still have someone with baked up. Mana is running kind of low, but looks like Archi no longer has damage. And Copy is the one with the pets. Archi might have to play this very, very defensively. Ghost Wolves are available, as well as the Earth Elemental, I think, for Copy. No, I think it's actually Archi's Earth Elemental. So he does have a wall here. The Earth Elemental wall, but the health increase is pretty big. Big damage onto Copy. That level actually did so much damage in a single hit. Copy tried to see if he can go for a Hex onto Archi. Drops down a Grounding Totem and avoids Copy as best as he can. Copy might be able to get some mana to catch up some Maelstrom. Is going to have the Earth Elemental to slam in order to get some Maelstrom. So at least his healing is going to be maxed out. Big Thunder onto Archi with a stun, and Copy looking to get himself some cooldowns back little by little. Archi not letting him go anywhere, dude. It's an Enhancement Shaman on an Enhancement Shaman. Prowling, dude. The two hunters are after one another, dude. As Copy is still trying to generate what Maelstrom he can, catch up on a little bit of mana. He knows he's slightly behind, but not super far behind. Dropping down Grounding for that Hex, has a little bit of pressure for Archi, even though Archi is the one with the Earth Elemental, should be able to catch up with plenty of Maelstrom self-healing. Copy is trying to put in as much pressure as he can. Lightning Bolts are coming out. If Archi doesn't get Maelstrom, he could be in a bad spot. He is behind on health right now. Chain Harvest does come out, gives him a little bit of health, bit of damage. We aren't so missing it, and Copy can actually harvest himself. Oh my goodness. This Pandaren Shaman, who can stop them? Look at you with a nice bow for Archi. From one, oh, maybe it's for the Druid. Maybe that was for the Druid. Maybe it was for Wipe It. As Wipe It opening up with a Rake Stun onto Copyfin. So far, the Shaman has been absolutely fantastic. Gotta give him credit. Copyfin, though, rampaging through the AVT so far. Thorns up for Wipe It. Copy does have a wall with the Earth Elemental. This is going to be the big heal. Sundering does come out. 21% dampening. Does go for the Quake and Palm. The gouge that pandas get. With a stun onto Wipe It right after. Trying to get a bit of damage to follow. And Wipe It actually kind of low on health. It's going to go for Wall Stop Convoking Spirits. That's going to be tricking with an interrupt immediately for Copy. Wipe It is looking to end the duel right here. Does pop a wall. Trying to get some big bites into Copy. Copy no longer with any mana. Are they going to go for damage at this point? Is this where you commit damage? Wolves are up and running. Needs a bit of mana to survive. Does have Earth Elemental Shield rolling. And Wipe It and Copy are both super low. It could be a massive burst out of either one of them any moment. Copy, I think, tried to play this more defensively. Does throw Lightning Bolts over at, oh no. He must have had a Battle Master Trinket at the end there. And that's the thing that kept him alive. Or maybe the Earth Elemental, actually, since he was gone. That's extra health just gone. And then the bleeds have set in. The Wipe It just had him in such a good spot. Copy did just abuse everything in that cooldown, dude. In that duel just now. Every CD was used. At the end, I was struggling to find the mage, by the way. But Copy, man, looks like he only got 2 kills. He got 4. Very well done. Very, very well done. 211. Good level what? Item level? That's still pretty good, right? What about copy? What item level is copy? Pretty good. Should we get Asima and Team Copy back in there? Because the rest of the team didn't really get a chance to play. I kind of wanted a chance for those guys to play against the Chrysler and Jesus against each other, but I'm thinking throw them against Cracker Boys. I'm thinking let's do that.